What a Catch! Part 3 A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. If you have not heard the first or second parts of this story, please find the link to them in the description box below. Special thanks to Ann and Azure on Tumblr for the use of her art in this video. You did great, LB, Shat said, running over to her. The fire department was there and, with the help of her lucky charm, they had gotten the windows open and every person in the bus had safely evacuated. They all had cuts and bruises, but nothing crippling or life-threatening. Thanks, she said, feeling the anxiety trickling out of her body. How long had it been since she used her powers? Oh no, Shat whispered, cupping her face in his hands. What's wrong? She asked, only to realize what he was looking at. She heard the familiar beep of her earrings as a spot faded away, warning her that she had 4 minutes before going back to her civilian self. Don't leave me, he said, wrapping his arms around her and pressing her head to his chest. Don't leave me again. Ladybug wrapped her arms around his back, returning his affection. She heard her heartbeat ring clearly in her ears as she inhaled his familiar scent and realized that she didn't want to leave his side, but had no choice. She had to go before her identity was revealed. I'll see you again, Shantan, she whispered, for only his ears to hear as news reporters pulled up with cameras, shouting 1,000 questions at them. Please, Ladybug, he begged, grasping her tighter as she started to pull away. I need to see you again. A turmoil of emotions ran through her as she tried to think with a clear mind. She wanted to tell him. Every fiber of her being wanted her to whisper her name in his ear, but the words were stuck in her throat. Don't worry, kitty, she said, breaking away from him. I still owe you a dance. With that, she fled the scene, leaving a broken chat noir behind her. Are you sure about this, Marinette? Tiki asked, flying out and opening the cookie jar in Marinette's apartment. No, I don't know what to think anymore. What do you mean? I know who he is now. Isn't it only fair that he know who I am? Then why didn't you tell him? Because I'm... Her voice cracked, a sob rising in her throat. Scared. I'm scared of him knowing that Ladybug is Marinette Dupain Chang. Why? You're a remarkable young woman, Marinette. He's Adrien Agrest, and I'm just some nobody who sells clothes online. What if he's disappointed that it's me? That the woman he adored as a teenager was just some facade that doesn't actually exist? There's no way I can tell him who I am. Marinette, Tiki began, her eyes full of worry for the girl she had watched turn into a woman over the years. Let's go. Halia's probably worried about me because I'm not there. Besides, I wouldn't want anyone to get suspicious. Oh, but Adrien will dance with you there. Well, yeah, of course he wants to dance with Ladybug, Marinette sighed. No, silly. He'll want to dance with you. He's always liked you, even if it's a different kind of like than you have for him. Time will tell, Marinette said, fixing her makeup in the mirror and slipping her shoes back on. Ready to go? Tiki flew back into her handbag, and the duo left for the wedding the second time that day. It was near evening now, and Marinette was sure Alia would be drunk, so hopefully she'd believe whatever story she came up with about her disappearance. Girl! Where have you been? I was worried, Alia said, her words a bit slurred. I called my parents to tell them I'm okay, Marinette smiled, supporting her now drunk friend. She was positive she'd be helping her puke into a toilet within the hour. You're such a good girl, Alia laughed. Sorry, Marinette, Nino said, rushing to grab his wife. She's had a little too much. That's okay, Marinette giggled, helping him to sit Alia in a chair. Both you and Adrien worried us, running off like that, Nino said. She stiffened at those words. How had she not seen that Adrien was Chat Noir all those years ago? He was notorious for slipping out during key moments. Is he still here? She asked. Yeah, he said, pointing to a table in the corner. He seems pretty bummed out about something. Maybe all the champagne is getting to him. Thank you, Nino. Marinette waved him goodbye and made her way over to Adrien. Worn out? She asked, taking a seat next to him. Just lost in thought, I guess, Adrien sighed, swirling his drink around. The Ladybug and Chat Noir experience was certainly exciting, don't you think? Marinette had absolutely no idea what to talk about with him, and as she spoke she realized she was probably making the situation worse. Yeah, it was. Marinette sighed, unsure how to proceed. She knew why he was pouting in the corner by himself, but what could she do? Transform into Ladybug and ask for a dance? Hey, Adrien, I ran into Ladybug as she was leaving. You did? His head popped up and he looked at her with intrigue in his eyes. Yeah, do you know her personally? Because she wanted me to tell you that she and Chat Noir wanted to talk to you around 8. Something about a music and a dance. Does that sound familiar? Adrien's eyes grew wide at her words. Yeah, we have plans. We totally have plans. It must be nice being a celebrity. I would love to go to an event with Paris' superheroes, even if they are retired now. Marinette smiled, relieved that he put it together. Yeah, I asked her for a photo and she said she'd get back to me. Thanks for delivering the message, Adrien grinned, his Chat Noir smile plastered on his face. They really were the same person. How had she been so blind before? She said her goodbyes to him before she could get any more flustered and slipped away into the bathroom. I'm proud of you, Marinette, Tiki exclaimed, flying out of her handbag to hug her cheek. That was smart of you to say. I'm really nervous now. Adrien won't be disappointed, you know. I'm actually not too worried about Adrien, Marinette said, tugging at her bangs. Then what are you nervous about? Disappointing Chat Noir. I don't understand. Adrien Agreste will forgive me for not being worthy of Ladybug. But Chat Noir? He'll be heartbroken. I don't know if I'll be able to face him once he knows who I am. So you're going to tell him? Tonight? I don't know if I'll tell him tonight, but... Marinette trailed off, touching her earrings for affirmation. I need to. It's only right. With that statement, she packed up her makeup bag and left the bathroom to go find Alia. The evening was going to be long, so she may as well start facing it as Marinette Duping Chang. Thank you so much for listening. This was another Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. Part 4 of What a Catch will be coming out shortly. In the meantime, you can click the video below for more fanfiction. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you next time.